Welcome to the TDC Today Show communities. My name is Sue Roskoff. The Disability Channel, or TDC, is out of Toronto, Ontario, Canada, showcasing abilities. TDC is committed to providing quality digital media production services, education, and employment programs by and for persons with disabilities and veterans. TDC offers digital media production, video production, post-production, social media, and podcast creation, production, and support. TDC offers education and employment programming, which includes digital media courses to persons with disabilities who are unemployed and underemployed. TDC also offers community partnerships. Through partnerships and sponsorships, community partners and organizations become ability champions by supporting media created by and for people with disabilities. We are your USA team and excited to share so many good things going on right now. But before we dive into all of that, I've got some wonderful people here to join us today. Joining me first is my co-host, Michael Martin Hummel. Michael is a writer, speaker, and podcaster who works to bridge the gap between disabled and able-bodied people. So glad you're here joining us. How are you today?
I'm good. Thank you for having me. I'm really glad to see you again.
So, any news going on in your neck of the woods? Any highlights to share right off the bat?
Actually, I once a month I do a s- video on Zoom where I have people with disabilities do speaking engagements. So, for like 20 to 25 minutes, I have them speak on different themes throughout the month.
Excellent. I love that. I'm looking forward to hearing more about that too. We'll love to share some highlights on here because that is going to be stuff definitely worth sharing and
Thank you.
getting a wider audience tuned into that. I'm going to go ahead and bring in our next guest to join the conversation. We have the lovely Debbie Miller joining us today. Debbie's with Legal Shield and is a longtime friend of the show and of us personally. So, Debbie, welcome. How are you doing?
Thank you. It's great to see you. I'm doing well and enjoying the warmer temperatures as spring is coming finally to the Midwest.
Woo, yes.
Woo.
So happy for that. So remind everybody what you all do. I know Legal Shield is a huge help for so many. What is Legal Shield?
Thank you. Legal Shield is a affordable way to access for us average people to have connections with law firms in their area. I love that our attorneys are open to helping us navigate the crazy lives that we have, whether it's simply helping us get our wills written or maybe even keeping our wills updated, which was quite a shock for my
Mhm.
mother-in-law when she discovered first off she had her will done, except then when dad died she needed to update it and she got charged $3,000 to get his name off of her will in three places. um, didn't seem like a really good, obviously necessary thing, but in that time when you're already doing the grieving thing, that was not really something that she needed to do, and then coming up with $3,000 extra that she didn't even think about was really crazy. So that was one of the simple things that we do. We help get all that taken care of, keep it taken care of, but we can help with any other issues that comes our way, which seems to come pretty quickly, whether it's a new driver in the family, as Sue might
Yeah, we
have,
got one of those.
um, but even just everyday things, something that came in the mail, or a note that you got on your phone that you owed a toll for something, and you're like, a toll? Why would I have a toll? And and maybe it was really you, maybe I mean, in driving into Chicago, maybe that's a thing. I don't know. Here in Kansas City, we'd have to go a bit to find a toll. And so, then it's a scam, but how do you deal with it? You still need you might need somebody to help walk you through the steps. So, whatever that might be, having attorneys on hand, calling you back to answer those questions is really peace of mind and helpful.
Excellent. And if people want to know more, how would they do that? Where's the best place for them to go?
Well, you can check with me on Facebook or LinkedIn. I'm Debbie Miller, both places. Um, and we can put my link here on this video when we get it posted. So thanks.
Perfect. Love it. Well, and we've got a big event coming up here real soon. The Disability Channel is very involved. Jay Stoyan himself is going to be master host MC of this telethon that is coming up. I'm going to go ahead and bring some video up so that you guys can see what I can see. We have FANA, which is People for a New America, that is behind this big telethon that's going on. So fanausa.org, PFANA, People for a New America. So this is a really amazing grassroots organization that is making a difference. They've got a lot of star power behind them. The guy you see on the screen right there, he's the drummer for the band The Sweet. So let me go ahead and play this. This actually, this video in front of us here is with the telethon that's coming up. So you can see the website on there, vetsinneed.org. Again, vetsinneed.org. That is where you're going to find the information and details for the telethon that's going on. Coming up quick now, that's on June 6th. June 6th, 2025. It is going to be a wonderful event.
My name's Richie Onuri with the Multi-Platinum Group, The Suite. We all owe a debt to our veterans. It's time to give back. With the Veterans First Initiative, you can make that difference right here and right now. I want you right now to open up your wallets and go to vetsinneed.org, vetsinneed.org, and make that difference our vets deserve. Thank you.
Excellent. So that is just a sneak peek at one piece of the puzzle here with what's going on. And I actually am going to go ahead and share that the website that was mentioned is vetsinneed.org. So let's pull that up so we can take a peek at that as well and get a few more details in front of us. So this website here, all about the Veterans First Initiative. If you see this logo anywhere, you know that's what it's with. You can actually start donating right now on the website directly, or you can do it during the telethon or anytime in between, anytime after. It's still going to be here. You can find all the details. I'm not going to spend a ton of time going through all of this. I'm just going to quickly scroll. If you're watching this later, you can always pause your screen or just go to the website. You can go check it out there. But here it is. That telethon is happening June 7th. You can see the times right on there. So this is in Eastern time listed here, noon to 8. I'm Central time, so here I'm my head's all in the Central time zone with the 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. And you see the cities listed there. So we've got the kickoff going on in Toronto with Jay Stoyan and the crew there at the Disability Channel. They've got the first 2 hours. So from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., it will be in Toronto with Jay and the crew there. Then he transitions over to us where it says Chicago there. We're catching this Midwest piece. We are ambassadors actually with Project Die Hard. The location for Project Die Hard is down in Makanda, Illinois. So that is something that is going to be a key, huge piece here for all of what we're doing. So we will be live on site on the property there in Makanda, Illinois. And we will be on Restream, which is just a kind of like a Zoom screen, but a way to stream this out to lots of places all at once. We're going to be on there with so many people coming and going, so much entertainment. So everything from music to a cooking demo to just very amazing, interesting, wonderful people joining us, including Thomas Long, who is going to be out in Philadelphia. The following weekend after this event is going to be the celebration, the 250th anniversary year for the Army. The massive big place where they're doing the celebration is in Philadelphia. Thomas is part of that, and he's going to give us a sneak peek during our segment with what's all going to be going on there for that celebration. So again, we have it from 1 to 3 p.m. and then we turn the reins over to Phoenix. They get it for the next 2 hours. So they are from 3 to 5. And then it wraps up in Los Angeles from 7 to, well, I'm sorry, I'm looking at their time now. For our time that I've been saying here from not when you look at a number and you try to say a different one, from 5 to 7 p.m. So again, it's 2 hours in each location, starting at as you're looking at the screen here, it shows Eastern times. So going off of the Eastern time, then noon to 2 in Toronto, 2 to 4 Chicago, 4 to 6 in Phoenix, and 6 to 8 Eastern in LA. And the part of what the LA group's going to be doing, I know that they have performances from the Unity Peace and Freedom Festival that took place last October. You want to talk about some big name bands that were involved in that? If you haven't heard about that or seen anything, here's your chance. They're going to have some highlights included in this with amazing testimonials, interviews, all the things. So again, June 7th, it's coming up quick. vetsinneed.org for the Veterans First Initiative. So before I continue, I do see Kurt joining us in the background there. I'm going to go ahead and get him on in here to join the conversation. And I know you saw we were just talking about the telethon that's coming up. Any highlights, any sneak peek things that have come up in the last few days that I might not even be aware of yet? Wondering what you want to share with us about that event.
Well, we keep coordinating with groups like Spirit of the Game and um, with obviously People for a New America and with the No More 9 to 5 Club and so we've got our executive chef ready and waiting to put on a cooking demo and everything. So, I'm describing the event as think of it as like 80 people coming together, huddling up together across 8 hours and, showing how people can rally around our veterans. I just came from an event as I do for this show, a group called The Open Mind and Stan Anderson, the creator of the program, um, has been on this show. And tonight they went into a lot about faith and the role that faith can play to uplift people out of fear. And, so I really see that as playing into the telethon, the work that we do here at the Disability Channel, in the media space, because the idea is when we work together, like at Project Die Hard, we say teamwork makes the dream work. And, people are amazed when I give a background of how we're working with People for a New America, the Disability Channel, Connect to Your City, On the Mark TV, everything Sue's saying about Richie and Nori and, carry on with Spirit of the Game and Happy Neighborhood Project and, the litany of things. And people are like, well, how do you do it? How do you keep track of it? Well, we're just hopping on the bandwagon of other people's work. A Spirit of the Game, we have a coalition format where that's the whole idea is to, magnify the impact that we can make by aligning with other organizations. So I really took to today's message with the Open Mind program because that is what I sense happens to people routinely, and I'm sure myself and the others in this show right now, and those of you out there watching and listening. One of the gentlemen in the program said it's very important for us to really think about what fear feels like. He was creating a distinction between, just fear that's in our thoughts versus fear that's gotten to the point where we know what it feels like to have that fear. And so to me, with People for New America and the Solution Revolution, That's what it's about, is to help get people on the other side of the linguistics to look at courage and success and triumph and to share and to feel happiness, peace, love, and joy, and to make our days so filled with that there's no room for fear. Now, of course, we know in the human experience, it's very tough to think that we're going to be immune from fear 100%. But just like Edwin Edberry from the Happy Neighborhood Project taught us how to have happiness as a default position. And if we're challenged to have that default position of happiness, to have the 15-minute rule, I'm sorry, not the 15 minute, it's only 3 minutes. This is 3 minute rule. 3 minutes to just vent out that thing, deal with the thing, and then at the end of 3 minutes, agree to come back to happiness. And it's with that kind of courage and confidence and competence and everything that everybody around us, we can all support each other. We were in a call today that the gentleman thought we may have a short half of an hour call and ended up being a 2 hour call. And it's because we just were feeding off of each other. We were filling it in mutual aid and reciprocity and, collaboration and brainstorming. And one thing led to another. The flow charts were flowing like in every single direction. It's in that type of abundance that we're going to show the world through this telethon when everybody comes together and to really demonstrate, like we've been saying for 2 years of the 7 years of existence of Project Die Hard with leadership of Brian Gibson. Teamwork makes the dream work, and I have a dream that every single veteran in the world will be taken care of, and that's what it's all about. Back to you.
Excellent. So with all the things going on around this, I know Debbie's got a piece that she'll be doing with us on there as well. Michael's been tuned in with us all happening. When you see what you are all seeing with this, I'm kind of curious what it means to you guys. What thoughts come to mind with this telethon happening, the importance of it happening, or if there's something that it touches you personally, if you have family members that perhaps are in the military, and I'm just kind of curious what thoughts you have when you're seeing such an effort being put into this. Debbie, I'm gonna pass it over to you.
Oh, well, I have a son who's in the Air National Guard, so back so that of course makes the military a little more special to me at least. My son hasn't left the military yet, but there's always the future, and just to make sure that those that he does associate with, and I know the military family is just that, it's a family, and even once you separate technically from your whatever, that doesn't mean that you quit being a soldier in your mind. And so supporting our soldiers is important to me as a mom that way, but also just as an American. It makes me sad to think of all of our veterans that have given so much not being taken care of. That's not the way they should be treated. That's totally disrespectful to me to think of all that they willingly given up. Sometimes maybe not quite so willingly, but they still gave it up, and we need to take care of them. So I'm excited to see this event, and many hours worth. That's going to be a great time to see all the different things that are going on. So I'm excited for June 7th. So that'll be a great time. Thanks, Sue. Back to you.
Awesome. Thanks, Debbie. Michael, how about you? What are you seeing when you see all this?
My father is a veteran, and my one of my cousins is a veteran. So when I think of it, it gets me just grateful that it's happening because I know I've seen firsthand how they're treated. So I don't like that, and I definitely want things to change. So I'm grateful that this is happening.
Excellent. Beautiful. Yeah, what you're saying about the community, that it's like a family. I know we talk about ski club a lot, and that's we call them our ski family. And it's a community. It's people that you relate with. You've got something in common with in some fashion that brings brings the group together. And that's with what we have here, the TDC Today Show communities. We're celebrating community. We are all about the community aspect, what it means to be bringing all of us together and working together, learning from one another. We can't all be the expert in everything. We need to be a team of some sort and know who to rely on, know who's got our back. As Brian says a lot, who's got your six? I'm learning a lot. I've learned so much from him. I do not have that military background. I'm lucky that I did not have to go through what so many have gone through with what it's been like. Oh, yeah, stories. We've all heard stories, right? And those that join the military and go out and make that difference, I'm in awe of that. That's a heck of a decision. And everybody's got their own reason to go down the path that they go down. And I am grateful for those who choose to take that on. And I think we all too easily take for granted the freedom that we have because of all of our military who have made that choice. So I hope people can keep that in mind as time goes forward and never forget, because it's too important in so many ways, too important. So yeah, to be able to take care of our vets in whatever way we're able to, and it's going to be different for everyone, but I'm glad we have this opportunity to make a difference right here, right now. So, any last thoughts? I'm gonna go around the room real quick and just catch last thoughts. Anything, whether it's about that telethon itself, or if you want to mention anything else, how we can get a hold of you, all good. I'm gonna just go ahead and go right around my screen. So, Debbie, I'm gonna start with you.
Well, I guess the first thing that comes to my mind is just the support I know for my son's family. You know, there's a lot of support it takes to just to be there when he's not there for his wife and our granddaughters. But I guess actually we've had some other family members as well that have been deployed, and just the support needs to be there, and we need to step up and fill in that void for them right now. So thank you.
And that's a great piece to remember. It's not just the person who's deployed, the family that's left behind that's doing all the things in their absence, and they're part of that equation too. So yeah, good reminder of that. Kurt, I'm gonna pass it to you next.
Yes, you. Yes, you. Because that's one of the hazards of doing these shows. Because we come in a little edutainment, we try to be a little entertaining, and we try to see if we're sharing something from our perspective and experiences. It might be of value to you, but it's not meant to be a static situation. We're in this for the dynamic, all hands on deck initiative here. We do this to empower you to come on in and be a part of the solution. I know the transition because it was the sport of water skiing that got me to go watch a water ski event for people with disabilities. And I noticed with a certain program in adaptive water skiing that the veterans showed up, injured and wounded veterans, taking advantage of the adaptive equipment being there, and then even coming back to one of their clinics that was entirely for injured, wounded veterans. And then from that, we were able to help, Rockford, Illinois, start a program that was designed for injured, wounded veterans. And then that caught on to USA Water Ski and Wake Sports to do a handful of clinics across our country in concert with the Veteran Affairs. So this is about the power of one, and you are needed to get it done. Now, there's 5 ways I'm going to say. Project Die Hard, we talk about 4, but I'm going to add in a 5th. So give me 5. Give me 5 considerations. Would you like to pray for us? Would you like to pray for vets, people with disabilities, other people in marginalized populations, whatever it may be? Share the mission. Share our mission here at the Disability Channel, helping people with disabilities and veterans be a part of the television space. If you want to pick another mission, go ahead. Share a mission Be a part of the solution. Like Zach Clayton says, if you're not helping anyone, you're hurting everyone. And spend time with us. We appreciate your time watching our shows. And, so the other part is to be a part of the Disabilities Channel's mission, growing digital ventures, which has these programs for the education and the vocational development and things like that. Spend time with us, learn how it works, and learn how you can play a role. Our partner project, Die Hard, combating veteran suicide by spreading hope to veterans. Spend time with us, please. And then the fourth one would be if you have $1 to throw in the bucket, please do. Your contributions are greatly appreciated. And the fifth one is that open-ended question. If you didn't like the four that I just said, come up with your own. Find a way to be involved with these things. It only is going to benefit you in the long run. Again, I know how this works. A decade ago, I was not as committed to do these things, and the last 10 years have been phenomenal because I have. Sue, back to you.
Awesome. Thank you. And Michael, I'm going to pass it to you next.
It was a good episode. I'm grateful to have met Debbie and learned about legal skills because I honestly didn't know anything about it. And I just hope you guys have a good event next weekend.
Excellent. Thank you so much for joining us here tonight. Michael, Debbie, Kurt, as always, this is a fun night to get a chance to have our own community piece here, but truly, we are reaching out to the wider community to make a difference. This is one time, we don't often do an ask when we're here of people, but I am today. This is the time for me to actually ask, tune in, join in, participate. That particular event, this telethon, is June 7th, 2025 from, I'm going to go back to my own time zone here. Central time is 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Tune in, have some fun with us. Bring your friends, make it a watch party, do something around it, have fun with it. It's going to be a great time. There's going to be a lot going on for 8 hours straight. So you probably can't watch the whole 8 hours straight because, you got to get up and do things too. But that's okay. Keep it on in the background. Put it on your phone. Do it. Bring it with you. Technology today, right? You can do that. Share it with your friends. Make a big thing of it because it is a big thing. As always, for all of us here with the Disability Channel and the TDC Today Show communities, we thank you.